Welcome back. Now, IMU 360 has several opportunities for the community to rally together to help improve the overall well-being of those in need in our own backyard.
Desiree Cook has all the details about the events, but first, Desiree, let's kind of start a little bit broader and kind of learn about the organization and why you started it.
So I started IMU 360 due to my own personal struggles, not only myself and my children, and triumphs. I just was fully addicted to drugs for many, many years. I had 4 children placed in CPS. The triumph part of it is that I got my children back, was able to create a healthy relationship, raise them. They graduated right here locally in Tucson. And I always said I wanted to do something. I knew that we weren't the only family that was, in crisis, so to speak. And so I decided to be able to reach back and pay it forward and identify other families in need and youth.
Wow, incredible. So let's really talk about IMU 360, what you do, and why there is such a need for it here in our community.
So unfortunately, right here in our own backyard, we do have over 18,000 children in foster care in the state of Arizona. In Pima County, we have over 5,000 homeless youth that we know of, and about over 8,000 foster care children, which is a small city within itself. And so we wanted to be able to identify that and do some personalization to let them know that they are somebody and we, the community, care about them.
So I know you have something called the Empowerment Bag
Yes,
program. What
yes.
does that do?
So it is a bag. We have white bags for girls, black for boys. It is personalized to the point that we put it body wash, lotion, deodorant, all the things that you and I would actually use to start our day. And we do it according to ethnicity. The nice touch is that people from the community actually write handwritten notes. We don't get handwritten notes too often nowadays. And that note is just for that person who is receiving it to know that you count, so to speak. And it really goes a long way. We actually refill every 6 weeks so that we can keep that healthy personal care regimen going. Something that you and I would take for granted, but it's so important for them to feel good. And when you feel good, you just do better.
Yeah.
And this organization, of course, goes even beyond that with services as well as workshops. So tell us about those.
Yes, we kind of complement the Empowerment Bag program with personal care workshops. We really go into detail on how to take care of your hair and skin, no matter with the ethnicity, the pros and cons of living in Arizona and wanting to drink more water and just really creating a healthy lifestyle for themselves. So we really critique it and really let them know that it is possible to feel good inside and out, but we also do what we call positive thinking workshops, in addition to self-esteem, self-worth, and then we just added on a cultural hygiene workshop to empower foster care parents to learn how to take care of hair and skin of children of all ethnicities, and we feel that would open more doors for children needing a safe home. That wouldn't be the barrier, not understanding hair and skin.
I think you're covering such a large niche that needed that attention. And in order for us to make those bags and be able to personalize them and give them out, I'm sure you're needing donations of those hygiene items. How can we get that to you?
So we actually have contracted, or have, I should say, a partnership with TUSD. So we're at Wakefield Family Resource Center, where we actually have a donation box available where they could just come in Building B and drop off the donations. And we're opening our second dispensary at Palo Verde High School, which is Palo Verde Family Resource Center, which is open to the public for donations as well. And then we also have corporations. We have Simpatica, churches, schools, even TUSD participating in a hygiene drive. So anyone could just start and host a hygiene drive to help us.
Well, and of course, we hope that people reach out and say they want to be a part of this, but there are also other ways that the community can help you. Is that right?
Yes, by all means. And, just empowering the community. You could be a CASA volunteer. If you had the opportunity, even open your home and think about being a foster care parent. There's so many ways to get involved in getting involved in community events, not only with IMU 360, but other events that focus on our at-risk children.
Great. So real quick before we let you go, and we're going to actually tell everybody about the events you have coming up, tell us, what is the long-term goal?
The long-term goal is to open up hygiene dispensaries, not only here in Tucson, but throughout, or I should say Arizona. The need is so great in being able to help children that rather eat, then have hygiene items. And so that service is something that is so important and so vital for self-empowerment, but more importantly to improve school attendance, academics, overall well-being. And that's what we're here for, is so that they could actually feel good, and then we could break the vicious cycle that they are so plagued with.
Well, Desiree, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. We want to thank you for sharing your personal story and for the amazing work that you are doing in our community with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And events for IMU 360 include the Run Walk for Hygiene on April 16th, as well as Care Days at Jacob City YMCA on April 30th. Find out about these events and more information about IMU 360 at imu360.org.